In this video, we will take a look at how to set up your data flow to Looker Studio as a destination and configure a data source to update on a schedule. So let's dive right in. First, we'll log into the app, go to the data flow section and create a new data flow. You can use a pre-built dataset template or set up from scratch. For the sake of this demonstration, I'll just do a quick setup with LinkedIn ads. Let's not forget to give this a good name, something that you can easily find later. For the sake of this demonstration, I won't be focusing too much on all the data sources setup and transformation steps. The goal is just to show how to create and establish data flowing from the APIs that you want to work with, the apps that you're connecting to Looker Studio as a destination. So once connected, let's go to destinations, pick Looker Studio. First, we have to wait for just a little bit to get the data into transformations loaded so we can see what kind of date fields are available. We need to make sure that we pick an existing date field in here in order for the date range filter in Looker Studio to work, or pick a column, pick this option that says data does not have any date columns for filtering, so you can skip this setting once and for all. Next, we can skip parameters, and once we get to the export and authorization step, this is where we will be sending the data that we're extracting from this LinkedIn ads report to Looker Studio. So let's click Generate Data Source. Once again, it's a good practice to always rename this. And then when you do this for the first time, you'll have a one-time authorization procedure. I already connected a Looker Studio template in the past, so I don't have to worry about this, but it is a one-time action. We'll link a timestamp in the comment section below so you can view that as needed. Change nothing here, everything is linked automatically, and simply click on Connect to then force the execution of our workflow in order to create that data source. Once it loads, you'll see something like this with the list of all metrics that were selected initially in the couplerio data source settings. And what we need to do now is just to review if we want to change any types. And if everything looks good, we can simply click on Create Report. And as opposed to generating a template, we are simply creating a data source in our Looker Studio report as a blank canvas, so we can start working with this information and build anything that we need. So just to kind of drag something in here, you can start working with this template, maybe add a date range control and start working with this report. One more thing I'll show you, and then we can wrap this video up, is that once you've created this flow, you want to copy the link of your Looker Studio report that you're working on, go back to the couplerio data flow, and then in the advanced settings of the Looker Studio setup, just simply paste this link. So what's going to happen this way is that every time when you then open the link to an external party here in Coupler, it will take you to the template itself or to the dashboard that you're working on, as opposed to creating a new data flow completely from scratch. That's it for this tutorial. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with our support.